Hey there, TCH here with Technological Gadgets, always bringing you the best in tech and making it work for you. On this channel, we usually do tech gear reviews, but sometimes we like to check out other people's setup. And in today's video, we are going to be checking out a home office YouTube setup, like a filming and also like editing station and stuff like that. From this channel called Think Media, and it's by one of their creators called, if I'm not wrong, it's called Omar Eltakrori. If I'm not pronouncing his name wrong, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, buddy. But if you like this type of videos, make sure to drop me a like to let me know so that I know you all like it and I'll make more of these type of videos. Also consider subscribing, as it helps me make more videos like this and also helps support the channel and what I do as well. And best of all, it's completely free. But enough talking, let's get right into the video and check it out.
So this might be a humble brag, but my desk literally does everything, all the way from being able to live stream with 2 cameras and share screens very easily, as well as crush video editing and photography edits and creating thumbnails for our YouTube videos, all the way to the productive tasks like team meetings, managing videos, scripting videos, and so much more. All that on my desk, and being an OCD person, I've made it super clean. And so I'm gonna break down everything on my desk so that you can potentially implement some of the things that I do to make my job easier. So let's get it.
You gotta just press record.
This video is brought to you by StreamYard, but more on them later. Hey, what's up? It's Omar Eltakrori with Think Media, helping you build your influence with online video. And on this channel, sometimes we talk about YouTube strategy tips that'll help you grow your YouTube channel and your subscribers, as well as the best tools to help you get there, just like a work from home desk. And so we actually have a ton of videos on our channel about various people on the Think team and their workstation setup. We also talk about
let me know if you want me to check out their setups, and I'll be sure to do it. All right,
cameras and lighting and audio and things like that. So if you're interested, make sure to hit that subscribe button.
Definitely.
If I miss anything, as well as all the links to things that I'm sharing and talking about, whether that be, in-depth reviews on a single, item or what have you, make sure to check out the description below for those links. We'll make sure to post them, and as well as links to other people on the Think team and their desk tours. So with that being said, let's jump into the actual desk and cable management of my setup. So I have an electric standing desk that allows me to change the height if I want to stand and work as well as sit and work. This is really nice. I think one of my other favorite features about this desk is it's a glass top. So I know a lot of people have like wood butcher block tops to their desk, and I think that's such a vibe. But I love the glass top, not only because it's easy to clean, but it's also a dry erase board essentially. So I can write on my desk and easily clean it with a cloth and some water. And so I do use
I think that's pretty good.
that way. And secondly is I actually added wheels to my desk. And you can do this with pretty much any desk if they have the screw underneath, but I have added the wheels because I actually like changing my desk position for when I do live stream or when I do film in my office. And so this allows me to get the angle I want. This also allows me to flip around the desk if I'd like to. And the cable management actually allows me to do that easily because I've tucked everything up, which I'll talk about in a second. But having wheels on your desk, if you want some versatility, is pretty key. As far as the chair that I think that's pretty cool. An autonomous ergo chair core. This is one of their more affordable options on their website. I love that I can just chill back.
It's still pretty expensive, to be honest.
I don't really do that, but I bought it because of it. But it's a great chair and very comfortable. Now, as far as cable management goes,
that's definitely important. Getting a chair that is comfortable specifically to you is very, very important. Because especially if you're sitting, for like many hours at a time, like me or him, it's very important.
I try to do my best with all the tech I have and all the wires going everywhere. And just
cable
to start
management
with power, I've essentially command stripped a few power strips underneath my desk. This allows me to hide cables that need power, obviously, but that definitely helps the power side of things. Now, as far as like
the cable management is still not very good. He could use a bit of that tech source love. Ed from tech source, he could probably do a much better job at this. And just having one power cable just plug in. But apart from cable management, I think this will be a pretty nice setup.
The cables, I actually bought this adhesive cable holder from Amazon which allows me to just tuck in
Oh,
all
yep.
the loose
Not very good.
cables behind the desk itself. And so literally when you're just looking at the face of my desk from standing or sitting, you literally
From the front, it looks good, but if you're moving your desk constantly and sometimes the cables at the back will show, then yeah, it's still not very good, my guy.
you don't see anything but two cables, and that is the main power cable that needs to be plugged into the wall, as well as my Ethernet cable, because I like being directly connected into my internet so I can get as fast upload and download speeds as much as possible. As far as my computer goes, I'm using a Mac Mini with the new M1 chip, and I've upgraded it to 16 gigabytes of RAM. And it's been able to handle a lot of things. And I actually used to use a MacBook Pro 15-inch to kind of run all my stuff, but I do like having the Mac Mini.
Yeah.
And I think it's very affordable too if you're trying to get a computer that's
I think, to be honest, he could have just used both, right? Like, but whatever.
reliable. I've actually command stripped it. I'm kind of obsessed with command strips, as you noticed, but I've command stripped a mount behind the monitor to actually hold the Mac Mini
You gotta make sure that mount is very stable. If not, that Mac Mini is just GG.
in place. And this has just made it easy for it to be, again, out of sight, out of mind. And I've seen this mount be used several different ways. And so even if you mounted it on the wall behind your monitor or what have you. Now, there are some things that I would consider make it really awesome. And the first is the monitor I have. I have it hooked up to a 32-inch IPS monitor from ViewSonic.
Ooh.
And I've been loving this monitor. The colors
The
are
point is, why is it so low on his desk though? You should put it like a bit higher. I don't know. That's my personal opinion.
great. It's very accurate. The secondary monitor I have is actually just about $100 or $150 monitor that only needs Thunderbolt 3 to actually power and put on the display. And this monitor isn't high quality or anything like that. I just use this secondary monitor essentially to just...
But can't you just use your MacBook that you had as the second monitor? Like, isn't that even better? Like, not only is it a higher quality like screen itself, but also, let's say you're rendering a video on your Mac Mini or doing something intensive, you can just hop onto your MacBook Pro and just do something else on it, like personally. But if he, let's say, gave it away or stuff like that, yeah, I don't know why he's using a portable monitor, because he's not using the portable aspect of it. I would more, rather him get another like actual monitor and use that instead.
Share my slides when I'm doing live streams and teachings. And so, having a full-size monitor where that when I share this, everything that you see here is going to be seen. The Mac Mini doesn't actually have all that many ports. I've actually expanded the Mac Mini using a CalDigit hub. This is essentially
that's pretty good.
dongle on steroids. And so with one Thunderbolt cable plugged into the Mac Mini, I now have an SD card reader. I plug in a lot of the tech around my computer that has USBs into that CalDigit just to be able to make it more clean and efficient. And so I plug in my Stream Deck to it, my electric coffee mug to keep my coffee warm. Yes, Omar's a weirdo and has to keep his coffee warm as long as I'm drinking coffee. My secondary monitor is actually plugged into the CalDigit as well. And I typically edit video off my solid state drives, and having to plug it in right there is just super nice.
Yeah, definitely really
convenient. And I think
convenient.
a lot of my desk is that. It's just convenient altogether. As far as my keyboard goes, I use the Magic Keyboard 2 from Apple. And initially when I bought the Mac Mini, I already had a trackpad from Apple, but it had Bluetooth connectivity issues. And so I ended up just going with the Logitech MX Master 3 mouse, and I've loved this mouse. I've learned to love it because there's so many ways to customize it for whatever programs you're using. And as a Mac user, I like using all those fancy things like the swiping up with 2 fingers and this and that. So what's cool about the Logitech is it allows me to do a lot of those things to make me efficient and quick when it comes to actions with the mouse. Now I want to take a moment and talk about StreamYard. StreamYard is an online streaming platform that allows you to live between your... Go ahead and check out that my computer allows me to accomplish my tasks like video editing, photography, thumbnails, the whole Adobe suite. But if you're getting value in this video, let me know by hitting that like button. If you're watching on a television, you can't hit a like button. I don't think so. But let me know down to the comments if you have any questions about my desk setup. If you have anything you want to know, into the AVL This desk allows me to produce content, y'all. Like,
Yep.
I got 2 cameras, I'm switching, I'm sharing screens, I got audio, I'm doing the nasty, not really the nasty, but the AVL. AVL stands for audio, video, and lighting. And so with that being said, let's start with audio. As far as my audio goes, the microphone I use is the Rode NT USB Mini. I've been loving this USB mic. It's such a simple plug and play mic that allows you to use software that Rode gives you when you buy this mic, and you can adjust things. It's great for live streaming, and it's a condenser mic, so it has a nice natural sound. I actually have this mic mounted not on a boom clamp onto my desk, because my desk is old school. It's a little too thick. That's THICC thick. So I have a mic stand that I actually bought on Amazon for around $60. And this mic stand is cool because there's a heavy base to it, and it's at a good height if you plan on sitting or standing and using a mic boom. Like, as far as my speakers go, I use some super
But shouldn't
cheap,
he have used like a, you know, one of those desktop like mic arms that have a heavy base that can be put on your desk instead, and then have it like right in front of him like this, instead of, you know, that, so that when he moves his desk around, he could his microphone will also move around with him, instead of, you know, having to move something around as well.
like $25 Logitech speakers that I find them pretty solid. I mean, when I edit video, I'm just making sure audio doesn't peak. And if I need to dial in and do some parametric equalizing and processing, multi-band compressing my audio, then I'll just put on headphones that are reliable and dial in those type of settings. But for the most part, these $25 Logitech speakers are pretty nice. I like how they look.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
They just kind of match the black and white theme that I have.
But the problem is that he has one of them hidden. So what I would recommend is having both what you call that, horizontal instead of vertical like that, or, you know, have his monitor slightly higher so that he can put those underneath the desk in a horizontal mode. That is in my opinion a much better option. But yeah, I'll get the creative pebbles. They sound equally as good as well. Just put it underneath your monitor, raise your monitor up a bit, put it underneath your monitor, and it's angled, so, you know, the sound hits directly to your ears, and I think that will be a much better option in my opinion. But yeah.
Now, the lighting side of things, I essentially use 2 different lights. The first light I use is a 14-inch pancake light from GVM, and this light costs around $150. They have a smaller version for just a few dollars less, but again, links down in the description below. But essentially, I only use this light for my Zoom calls and video conference calls and things like that. I don't use this light when I actually go live. When I go live, I use my Big Daddy GVM 100 watt.
Actually, what I would recommend is because his camera have like a cold shoe mount, right? So what he could do is he could get like those pretty big panel lights with a cold shoe mount, just mount it on there, and then after that, maybe if you want, he could put like some extra diffusion on it, you know, to make it look soft and nice. And then he could have one on top of his main camera, one on top of secondary camera, have both of them turned on, and I think it could look really, really good in my opinion. And it could, you know, since his desk is kind of like, I want it all in one desk, you know, to be able to move it around. I think, you know, the setup time will be much lesser, and in my opinion, much better. But yeah, that's it. That's my opinion.
Cob light, which produces a nice
this definitely has better quality
softbox on it. Now, moving into the video side of things, I'm excited about this. I actually use 2 Canon M50 Mark IIs for my live streaming, and I have a Sigma 16mm on the main shot that gives me that nice blurry background, and it's about a medium wide shot, so if I'm at arm's length distance away from my camera, it's perfect for that. And then my secondary M50 has a 30mm lens, which I use to change angles and get close-ups on when I'm showing specific products and things like that, doing a live stream. This whole setup could be interchanged with any camera, and so just so you know, you don't have to go with the M50 Mark II. You can go with something way more older and cheaper.
Yeah, or even a webcam. Like even if you have a laptop, you can just, you know, have the laptop just like to the side, and then after that and then you can use the webcam as like a secondary angle. I think that could be pretty cool as well.
HDMI, but some wisdom is I actually have continuous power plugged into both of these cameras, so I don't have to worry about the battery dying. I love that they have flip out screens, they have great autofocus, but both cameras actually go into what is called the Blackmagic A10 Mini, and I have the
Yeah.
ISO. And so
I don't know
this is
why
a
he
phenomenal
bought this
device.
though. The problem with me is that if he has a stream deck, why do you buy this? If you have a stream deck, can't you just make like multiple scenes and then after you just switch in between them? I think that could be like way more efficient than buying. Yeah, that's one problem I have. I don't understand like these type of products when you can have a stream, if you have like a stream deck and a computer, but if you don't have like a computer or stuff like that and you want to switch it on the fly, then maybe this makes kind of sense. But if not, I don't really see much point in having this, especially when you have a computer already. But that's my opinion.
That allows me to switch between two angles, and I just love how
You have a stream deck, my guy.
reliable and how simple it makes the setup, because the only thing that has to go into my Mac Mini is the one USB-C cable from the Blackmagic. And so I can go up to 4 cameras, or even if I wanted to put a screen on there or what have you. But it allows me to rely on hardware when I'm doing live streams, and sometimes relying on software could be a little tough. As far as the way I've mounted these cameras, I think.
Yeah, but if I guess your computer dies and that is connected to your computer, everything kind of dies. So it's not like you have a secondary computer that you use to stream off of. So I don't really understand it, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe you could have used that, to get a bigger stream deck or better camera or things like that, or even just save the money in general. That's my personal opinion. Don't have to agree with it, but that's my personal opinion.
Again, to clear some clutter, I use a small rig clamp on the GVM light to mount my side M50, the secondary angle. And then my main M50 is actually just with a friction arm, and it's clamped onto my monitor's mount. And this allows me to just keep the camera with the monitor, whether I bring it down or lift it up. And it's just super nice. I've done tripods in the back or found other ways, and it just gets a little cluttered. But with all that being said, that covers my ultimate desk work from home setup. I mean, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments your favorite thing that you've seen and the idea.
Yeah, I personally think it's a really, really good setup. Yeah, and in my opinion, there are some things that he could definitely improve on. I think maybe he could, though, maybe not use the Blackmagic, and maybe he could set up Stream Deck keys to do that instead. Using the Creative Pebble speakers and put it just under his monitor instead of the more taller Logitech speakers that he's using, and raise the monitor high enough to its eye level, and so that you could put the speakers below there as well. And also the microphone, I recommend him to get like a one of those that sits, like those microphone arms that sits on your desk, not clamped to your desk, sits on your desk, and has the adjustable like arm, so you can move it up and down and have his mic directly close to his mouth. And if you want maybe a pop filter, I think that could be much easier. And yeah, his lights, maybe you could get one of those like panel lights that has the cold shield mount to his camera. This way, he doesn't have to set up anything at all. He could move his desk anywhere and he could just press go live, and that's basically, instead of setting up corb lights and his microphone and things like that. But that is mainly my opinion. Let me know who set up from Think Media you would like me to react to next. Just let me know down in the comment section below. If you like this video so far, make sure to drop a like to let me know, and of course consider subscribing to help out this channel and support what I do completely for free. Last but not least, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.